Okay, we're back again with some more golf. Properly May now. By the time you're watching this, it'll be a week or so into May. It's time to start scoring. Time to start documenting some good rounds here. We've gotten 8 under our belt so far. This is 9 18-hole rounds, that is. And weather is finally starting to get a little bit warmer. Not the nicest today. It's a little rainy, but we have some developments here that I want to document. So this course last year when I played, it was later in the season before I even started, so I hadn't even come out at this point, but people were telling me that they have a lot of problems with weeds and stuff, so you can see a lot of dandelions now. So we're not going to be hopefully having any problems with that. But then in the future it will be clover, so white balls will be lost very easily, and you see just fields of it all over the place. So we'll see how that impacts the course. I don't think it will impact anything real, but maybe we'll lose a ball or two. Again, not great first tee shot. Rarely is. A little flat. Again, I kind of hit down on the ball. Not sure why. So I actually played another course last week because it was so... I actually got like really bad weather up here, and I guess it was just not open for a day or two maybe. I played that course and it was actually like eye-opening how receptive the greens were. Like I'd make a pitch and it'd be maybe like 5 feet short of the pin, and it would stop and roll maybe 5 feet past. If I made that same pitch here, it would usually roll all the way to the back. I think I've learned a lot about short game in just playing that course that one time. I think we'll have a better approach to it today. Okay, I landed that one a little too soft. So my goals are to land it well short of the target and let it run out up here. I think I have a better understanding. You know, I thought maybe it was just something I was doing wrong, but now I understand the greens are just really hard up here, and that's how this course is. Another thing that my uncle gave me a tip on was I'm standing a little bit closer to the ball. Ironically, he didn't know this at the time, but he was talking about Keegan Bradley, and he's like, oh, look how close Keegan Bradley is to the ball. That's what you need to do so you have a better tempo of your putting swing. Funny part is Keegan Bradley actually plays the exact same putter that I play, minus the head. I have the double wide, he's got the, I don't know, whatever the other one is. He didn't know it at the time, but that's hilarious to me. But he is totally right. It's actually way easier to control my arms. Probably would have been a good tip for even with the old putter, but this one we're sticking with, obviously. It's been good to us. Hit it a bit right. I thought it would break left. Did not, kind of broke right there. Otherwise, good 2 putts there and easy bogey. Actually slipped. I don't know if that affected the shot much. Kind of lost it, but it looked like it was dead straight. Actually pretty good. Bit short. Needed about 135 to get there. That's usually what my 8-iron goes, but I guess the slippage made it not great. So quite good. All right, there we go. Made a par there. Very good putting, very good chipping. I think I've started to realize that I've been spending a little bit too much time thinking about these chips, and I'm just gonna get up there and hit them. I've hit enough now over the last 1.5 years that I know what I need to do, and the only time I ever mess them up is when I think way too much about them and then end up kind of like thinking in the middle of the swing and changing what I'm doing halfway through the swing. Funny though, every time I keep putting stuff down in the seat, I keep picking it up and I'm like, oh, there's this yellow dust all over it. What is that? Oh yeah, it's pollen. Allergy season is probably going to be really bad. I've actually been taking something to try to stymie it so I can continue to golf, but I usually have very bad allergies. Hopefully it won't come into play. I'm hitting my irons so well off tee boxes, it's crazy. And again, I'll tell you everything I'm doing just to be 100% sure I don't forget. So left leg is actually more important in the swing than I was doing a lot of swaying last year, and even it's starting to creep back this year. So I'm trying to keep that left leg planted and feel the left hip kind of be very important in the first movement of the swing. And then I'm just keeping that arm through all the way. That arm is straight and locked the whole way, and in through the ball is the time I hit it the best. I was doing a lot of like bending the elbow last year and earlier in the year, trying to keep the hands a little bit higher. Part of the swing plane and everything was keeping the plane lower around my body so I could hit the draw. I'm trying to keep it a little bit higher because we keep hitting the ground, especially with certain clubs. So this feels like I'm really making some consistency. All right, just on the fringe there, hit about right here, kind of front of the green, and just rolled left a bit. A little bit too much draw action on it, but we do have a nice attempt at least for birdie here. Again. Well, all the putts I've hit so far are leaking a bit right. That birdie putt especially, thought it was kind of right edge. I was thinking like one ball to the right, but again it broke to the right anyway. Ended up pretty far offline, but certainly taking par there. I just have to hit the points in the backswing and we make a really good swing. This was absolutely perfect. Best drive we've hit in a long time, even better than any we hit last week. So we have a really nice shot in, perfectly dead straight, got a little draw action. All right, taking a mulligan. First shot, too many swing thoughts. He's right. Uncle said that. Absolutely the case. I was thinking like, oh, what happens if I do this, that? And then it clouds the judgment. So we're here, perfectly struck, little draw, and we are closest we've ever been to the hole here in 3. But we just need to, looks like the flag is way up front. This is actually gonna be a really difficult pitch. Just need to make sure we don't go too far past the hole. Okay, very timid, came up way short. Just so worried about going way long because this is a really big green and it's very hard, usually really fast, goes way past it if we don't hit it properly. Chip was hit quite thin, and I'm gonna have to blame myself for that, taking way too many thoughts in there. Should have just got up and hit it, but it was so close. I was so scared. There's been 2 things that's happened when it's that close. One, I do that, thin it off, way off where I don't want it. The second one is actually hit the ball twice. I don't know how to stop that either, because I feel like I'm, trying to hit a very soft shot, but the club keeps going and the ball kind of goes up in the air, and then I actually hit the ball a second time. All right, very good layup. Wanted to make sure we didn't plug. No, I'm just kidding. Terrible shot. Off balance like crazy. Don't know why that's happened, but we have a very long hole ahead of us now. Just got to make sure we get it down into the fairway so we can have a good 3rd shot in. Actually, no problem at all. Fairway's still quite wet, but we're in the rough. You can actually see the ball mark. It's kind of crazy, but we have a pretty open shot here into the green. Flags protected on the right side a little bit by that tree. Ground is just way too soft to be hitting at that behind the ball there, so didn't advance very far. Probably better off we have a nice easier pitch in now. Wow. Okay. Huh. Quite the funny development. Actually, again, hit it very poorly, and see there's like rocks up there. It actually bounced off those rocks and ricocheted all the way towards the green. All right, how about that? Hit it too hard out of that first cut there, but it was exactly where I wanted it. I don't know, this happens a lot when I leave the flag in. It kind of like bounces down into the cup and then kind of bounces back out almost. I see it go down and then back up. But we'll take the bogey there, which is 2 putts, because certainly don't deserve a par after all that. And yeah, it didn't technically go in. I don't know, it's like the ball just never launches, just kind of goes straight from where it's at. It's hit extremely well, dead center of the club, but just didn't launch at all. Absolutely striping the hybrid today though. Marvelous strike of the ball. Get there. Combination of all the things we picked up with putting though, so much more consistent. Just didn't get it there. Have a lot of trouble reading greens. That's the next thing. Maybe I'll invest in some compass or something. God, that felt so good off the face, but I think I teed it up slightly too high. We're quite short of where we wanted to be. Last time we hit 8 iron, if you remember, and it was quite long. I think I want to try 9 here. I guess it's better to be short than long, considering it's a little downhill too, but the yardage just tells me 8. Gut feeling tells me 9. Perfect shot, a little short and right, but I do think that was the right club. Good roll. A little worried about the pace there. Broke a lot in the end, so probably had no chance, but good par. Wow. Really not hit far at all. It's 3 holes in a row. Been a little shorter than we want. Long shot still in there, but it was really good contact. And that's why I overthink things, because I'm like, all right, let's just not overthink it, hit it, and come up pretty much just as short as the first shot. Oh. Well, we're back here again. Let's see, this time coming in with a very good card, and it will devour it. No, we just gotta hit a good shot to the left side of the fairway with the hybrid. Problem with the driver is it has to be absolutely perfect, kind of draw over those trees, because if it fades at all, it's in the woods, and if it's any farther left than that, it's gonna bounce and run all the way through the fairway into that pond over there. I've done this a lot, and it just doesn't work. It has to be perfect, so it's not worth it. Even though this is the longest par 4 here, very difficult to make par. I don't even care. Just don't make triple. That's the goal. I didn't hit it very well, I felt like. I don't know if it was on the inside or something, but man, perfect spot. Actually slipped again. That time I kind of hurt my right arm, but made great contact. I don't even care. About as good as we're gonna get in, especially because we slipped. Probably lost a lot on that shot there, but we have about 80 yards in, same as a couple holes ago, so just hit it right. I think it's probably on the back tier if we have that long in. Should have been more conscious of what that meant. 88 yards there. That's a long shot in. Obviously, this was all the way in the back. Yeah, some woeful chipping there, unfortunately, but double, that's fine. It's not a problem. Should have had bogey there, obviously. That should be a bogey. We have two great shots. Just need to get that distance dialed in on that third shot. That's kind of unfortunate. All right, tee box is pretty far back, so we'll have driver in today. I think is probably the safe bet. I actually like hitting driver there because we don't hit it again for a very long time, so go like an hour plus without hitting a driver is pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty much perfect. And to think only 30 some more years I'll be able to play from up there. Striking the ball really well today. I have to say I'm disappointed. It had like 157-ish. Usually hit about 6 iron, about 165-ish. And a little uphill, of course. I mean, it's quite uphill, but really that was our best chance. And I hit it quite well. Yeah, nice up and down for par. I love that. Feels like I'm really getting better short game wise. I'm very satisfied. If you remember last year, constantly be making double and sometimes triple in this hole. A lot of times just because I'd hit it out of bounds and stuff. So it's really good to be hitting it where we want. Box way up front, flag way up front as well. I don't know, this will be a tough one for us. It's 122 to the flag, pretty front edge though, so I think missing short is fine. Oh, wait, what? I actually hit it like quite long. That means I hit this club like 125-ish, 130-ish. That's pretty crazy. That's the power of hitting downhill, I suppose. Ball mark is actually here, so that's further away. It's even further away. I don't know. I guess it's just because the angle made it spin back so much, but I'm very surprised by that. I did not expect that at all. I guess we know for sure from now on we should just stick with that club. It's a tough bogey there. 3 putts. Should have made that second one. So it's about 109 in. Okay, very well hit. Pretty much pin high. It took a big bounce off the green, which is crazy. Like we were talking about before, these grounds pretty hard up here. But we see a nice line in. I think we have a really nice chance here to make our first birdie of the season. Really good run at birdie there. Man, that was a close one. That felt like one of the most like legit birdie putts I've had too, because it wasn't so close. Like a lot of the birdies I've had were just like, you know, like 3-foot putts or something like that. Get a little lucky on the approach. But that was like, no, I actually had a chance there. I see a lot of people saying you want to leave it two feet past the hole when you're going for birdie. Make sure you get it there. It's pretty much exactly what I did. Yeah, that time we just hit it dead straight, no draw at all. So it's dead center of the fairway. Looks like it should be a really nice shot in. That's scary. I tell you, the nice thing about golfing a lot is I feel like I'm kind of building up a tolerance to the allergies. I don't really feel bad at all. My only problem has been my eyes. Every time I keep putting this rangefinder down on the ground, it keeps getting even more pollen on it. And then I put that right up close to my eye. My right eye's really having a reaction, but past that, I'm really good. Okay, another 109. Just again, look at that. Made quite the mark on the fairway there. Okay. Hilarious little shot there. Didn't take a great swing at it. Ended up hitting it very thin. Kind of just literally shot again. Those shots that just, they don't launch, they just go straight. And this time it was perfect. All right, that's great. Wow, confidence in putting is so much higher, man. So much more consistent putting with this. I'm just loving it. It's really nice. Yeah, so like I said last week, we came up here, there was saw like a lot of mailboxes down. Not too many trees down. I saw like trees in the middle of nowhere, so I don't know if people were clearing the trees. Maybe that was what's happening, but yeah, it's the tee box here. So box obviously way up front for clear reasons, but I don't know where this tree actually came from. But yeah, I see there's actually quite a few trees down. Maybe even lightning struck them, who knows. But yeah, it was pretty bad storms. Apparently really bad wind as well. Last Wednesday, it was like 85 that day. And then of course, when it's 85 in April, storms follow quickly. But anyway, last time we were up here, trying to hit 6-iron from right about here. And of course, we clipped that tree on the way. You'll remember last time we were here, there was no leaves on that tree at all though. So that's spring in a nutshell. This time we're way up front, not concerned at all. Yeah, it's long. Yeah, hit it very long as expected. Back there against the wall. Wall catches it, at least if there wasn't a wall there, it'd probably be even longer. But we do get relief from the wall, and I have a very long club with me. That's pretty nice. Usually my old putter obviously was not 40 inches, so we'll see what happens here. I'll get there. Oh my god, this is going in. Wow. I'll tell you what, man, this putter is nuts. I can't believe that. That's so, I don't know, just giving me more confidence or what, but hit it right on line. Perfect. Did not expect it to go in. It was actually the perfect pace. I was like, I might not even get there. But God, man, that's such a crazy birdie. Now that's a legit birdie putt. That's a putt that you expect, like, hey, you see like a tour pro make like a 100-footer and then the crowd goes wild. That's the kind of birdie I want, and that's the kind of birdie I purchased thanks to the Stroke Lab double wide Odyssey arm lock putter. I have to say, big shout out. Game's improved dramatically. And that is so, I gotta get the adrenaline down, take some deep breaths here. Meanwhile, we got the dandelions coming in strong over here. Probably should just embrace it. Call the place Dandelion Hills maybe, huh? These are the rounds that I don't want to end, honestly. Like, come on, look at that. We crushed that ball. Just absolutely hit so well, even with the fade. I mean, it's perfect, honestly. I had about 190. Got a little handsy with it. Trying to hit a little bit too high. I was really like, oh my god, you know, if I could hit perfect draw along, it might be really good, but nah, too much thinking. So we have pretty big pitch in, but we've been pretty consistent from here. All right, ended up way too right as well, way long. Not the best attempt, so this is gonna be for 4. Really gotta kind of jam it right into the fringe there, and hopefully it'll stop. No. Did not get it on the fringe. Instead, we got it on the rough or whatever, and it did not roll out at all. Got caught on the inside of the club again. You actually see the ball mark on the club. It's a pretty good strike, but that means it fades. So we'll see. Right side of the fairway, not ideal. Ideally, it'd be a draw hole. If you hit a draw, you'll be in really good shape. Fade, you might be in the rough. I'm just joking. Everything I just said, forget it. I'm joking. I don't know what the hell. Maybe it didn't fade. I don't know. Looked like it was going to. Oh my god, look at that ball mark in the ground again. This is ridiculous. Anyway, yeah, so still got, this is actually perfect distance, honestly, for us. The ground is just super soft up here. Should have realized why there was a giant ball mark in the ground. So we cannot take a swing like that and expect it to go anywhere. Nope, again, wow. Same thing. Sweet. Scared to hit it. End up with another double. That's such an easy hole, and that's literally just because I don't know, it's actually like, I don't know what I could have did differently there. Like, those swings were perfect. The ground's just super wet there. I guess I just need to be more conscious of it. Maybe like choke up on the club a bit so it doesn't strike the ground as hard. All right, we're on to the par 3 here, and if you remember from last year's videos, I was used to complain about this because there's 2 boxes. One of the few holes that actually has 2 boxes as well, and that's the one you're supposed to be playing from. Here's where we are today. So there's a completely different, not only different yardage, but different angle in as well. Definitely was not the right distance for me. It was like 118. Usually, like I said, like about 115 or so would be the approach wedge. 125-ish would be the 9-iron. So kind of in between clubs there. Oh, it was actually really nice, perfect distance. A little bit left, unfortunately, but should be relatively straight putt. Yeah, there we go. Left edge was the read, was probably a little bit more like left center. Kind of just hung on there and got in, but that was a great par. Really happy with that one after those 2 doubles. Started out right and just did not draw. So well hit too. That's perfect. That might be the best strike of the day, to be honest. Right on the edge of being a problem, I think. Can't really hit it straight, so we just have to almost intentionally hit a fade, I guess. If we intentionally hit a fade, we might be good, but I don't know. I don't want to put that thought in my head, so I guess we'll just probably just lay up. All right, it's a little awkward here. Not in love with this shot. About 135 in. Feels like it's a little bit too long. Yeah, pretty solid little layup, so hopefully we can make good contact. Get it up there, see if we can't walk away here still with par. All right, I actually hit it a bit left here. Probably would have been good if it was online, but yeah, pretty far left. Hopefully we can make this out. This is actually a similar spot to where I've been in a few times, last few times we played up here. All right, some really nice moments there. Had obviously birdie, first birdie of the year. It's awesome, really cool feeling. Really nice putt there too, honestly. A couple really nice putts, but yeah, this last green really didn't go good putting wise. But yeah, I would say that this is definitely our best round of the season so far. All right, 84, pretty damn good. I'll tell you what, very satisfied. Back nine was quite good. If we didn't have those two doubles, we would have had our best round, at least tied for it. Our best round ever was 83. That was last year at the end, like right at the end in our, you know, I think right as the progression hit its peak. Then things kind of fell off as the fall came and got colder. I'll say it's so much easier playing golf when it's warm. Like, oh my God, it's so much easier. I cannot stand, now that it's been warm last two times I've been out, it's hard to, I don't think I can go back to 40 degrees and 50 degrees and really windy and all that. So very satisfying round. Full card will be in the description. There's a spreadsheet with all the rounds. That should be the 9th one now. You can see some very steep progression. Hopefully we can keep that up. Obviously Summit Hills, very easy course, a course that I play a lot, so easy to score. Hopefully we'll get some rounds in elsewhere as well in the coming weeks, but yeah, I'm very satisfied. Putting was excellent. Some really good drives, some really good long irons. It's all coming together, man.